keep your friends close and your enemies closer to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Everybody knows cats and dogs don't like each other and hate each other and don't get along, right? Not so much. We had cats and dogs a lot of the times when I was growing up, and they were the best of friends. What does that prove to us? Well, maybe the best course of action is to not have enemies and to make your enemies your friends. Well, who said keep your friends close and your enemies closer? It was actually Sun Tzu, the great, brilliant Chinese strategist, and as well, Al Pacino used it in The Godfather Part 2 as well, said keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. And a lot of other people have said and used that terminology because of what it means. It means keep and take care of the people that are your friends and be close to them, but also keep an eye on the people that you don't consider your friends, the people that you might consider your enemies or your competition. So often in business, we think of our competition as our enemies, and we forget that one of the best strategies in any industry is to collaborate and team up with the people that are our competitors, because they have strengths and they serve people in a certain way, and we have strengths and we serve people in a certain way. And if we bring those powers together, often we can create much more value to our customers and to the marketplace, and then we're not competing against each other, especially on things like price or other things that end up deteriorating and making the industry or the world a worse place instead of a better place. So what are some ways you can go about making your friend and your enemy a friend, or your competition a friend, or making sure that you're turning a competitor into a friend? And I looked on our friend Google, and I found 7 ways or 7 steps to keep your enemies close, which means really when I read through them, I'm like, okay, well, this is just ways of being a friend to somebody that you don't necessarily think is a friend. Now, I personally have gotten burned on the whole friends and enemies and underestimating the competition thing, because maybe I was naive, maybe I was just young and inexperienced, and maybe because sometimes people can do things that it can't even imagine because you don't think like they do. I personally believe there's good and evil in the world, and we stay away from evil and we migrate toward good in running our businesses, because we want to make the world a better place. That's why we started our businesses. So what are some ways you can take a competitor or an enemy or a person that's undermining you or not necessarily a friend and turn them into a friend? Well, what are those 7 steps? Number 1, establish reciprocal liking. How do you do that? I had a boss one time, a boss's boss actually, who for some reason just couldn't stand me. Believe it or not, some people don't like me. I know, shocking, but it's true. And I had to figure out a way to get along with her, because I planned on having at that time was my first job out of college. And I'm like, I'm going to work here forever. I love this company. I love this. I have so much opportunity here. And so I knew I had to find a way to make her my ally so that we could work together. And even if we didn't love each other or super like each other, we could still perform our job and do a good job and meet the goals and the objectives of the organization we were working for, whether we liked each other or not. So I did that through reciprocal liking. I figured out and I focused on the things that I liked and respected about her, because guess what? No matter who it is on the planet, we can find things that we have in common. We can find things that we respect and like in everyone, no matter how much we think we're not like them or don't like them, or I don't know when hate became a thing, or hate them. I almost never use the word hate. I think it's too extreme, and I don't ever want to feel that way, so I don't choose to use that word. Okay, so establish reciprocal liking. How can you do that? Find things that you like and respect about the person. Now, reciprocal means they do it for you too, but guess what? Life is all about what you project. You can't control how anybody is going to behave toward you. That's up to them. So you do the liking and hope it gets reciprocated. If it doesn't, then you have to try to do other things. Number 2, establish and have great enthusiasm. Greet them with enthusiasm. Be happy to see them. Be truly, genuinely delighted to interact and see this person or entity or whatever. 3, be supportive of them. Boy, some of these get hard when I think about if you're thinking about somebody that's really hurt you or undermined or done something to cause you harm. It's very hard to do these things, but be supportive of, if you're in a, say in corporate America, we might be in department head meetings, and there's always competition among departments in organizations, and you'd be supportive of their ideas. If they had an idea that was really going to move the company ahead, and it was a good idea, whether you like them or not, you support their idea, you support them in their efforts to move the business forward as well. And you do the same thing in your business. Hopefully you don't have people in your business that you consider enemies. Number 4, give them the benefit of the doubt. When in doubt, do your homework, but don't assume just because you've had one interaction with somebody or they've been an enemy in the past that they're going to be an enemy forever. Sometimes people that we haven't gotten along with, we realize, oh my God, I totally we're like 2 peas in a pod, which is why we weren't getting along. We were competing instead of collaborating. Show appreciation for the things that they do well. That goes with the fine things to like and respect about them. Make sure that you're showing and appreciating the things that they do bring to the table, the skills and the abilities that they do have, maybe that you don't have, or maybe that they're better at than you. I know, hard to admit that people are better at stuff than we are. Number 6, show that you're listening. Do active listening. Make sure you're actually listening respectfully when they're speaking, and treat them the way you want to be treated, because I've been saying that for forever. And then 7, let them in. Let them into your life. Let them into your activities. Let them into the groups, the committees, whatever, depending on your situation. Let them be a part of, and a positive part of. Expect that they're going to be a positive part of it, because 99% of the time we get what we expect. Chances are, if we get something that's negative, it's because we were doubting or thinking something negative could possibly happen. So make your enemies your friends. I think that's a good way to treat any friend. So if you treat your enemies the same way you treat your friends, they can become your friends as well. Again, competitors, collaborate with them. Sometimes it's really hard. I know there's this whole frenemy term, and that goes back more to friend groups and social groups and things like that than it does how we grow our business. But make sure, as always, that we're screening and we're bringing the right people into our business, but change the way we look at competition. Competition, if we are looking at continually improving ourselves and our business and always focusing on us being the best version of our business or ourselves that we can be, we really don't have any competition, because there's only one you, there's only one of your business with your unique skill set and everything. And when we look at life as a continually improving and evolving process in our life and in our businesses, we really find that we don't have any enemies. We don't have any real competition when we're just being ourselves. That's it. I would love to know your take and your experience with this particular idiom. Like I said, I've had some definite run-ins with enemy frenemy type situations, and come out on the other side, and I'm still me. So we always survive, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that when we're going through it. All right, have an awesome day. Any questions? Comment below your experience, and I'll be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom, proverb. We're focusing on proverbs for a little while, and what it means, where it came from, and how you might use it in your business right now. Take care.